Hey guys, in this tutorial we are going to install Visual Studio 2019 in the Community Edition. Now get into the URL website, that is visualstudio.com. Then we are visiting this landing page and they are given a preview of the Visual Studio. What Visual Studio looks like and also given introduction with possible to do code on it. And we can scroll down here, we have develop, analyze, debug, test, collaborate and deploy. So here it looks very simple, but we need to understand that Visual Studio workload with modular and plugins, different environments. So here there are quick run with awesome packages that Visual Studio 2019 have some feature add-ons to develop the web applications like ASP.NET and web development, Azure, Python, Node.js, .NET desktop development, and mobile development. Quite a few things are available here to develop the applications. We don't need the necessary all. For this course particularly we are going to discuss on ASP.NET web development, that's one we are going to focus on it. So we will scroll up and see how we can get about installing Visual Studio Code 2019. Here click on Download Visual Studio. We have Community 2019, Professional 2019, and Enterprise 2019. Now we are choosing Community 2019 version to download because the Community 2019 version is free for individual and academic users. So just hit on Community 2019. The software is going to download. To install or run the file, click on it after download. It shows a pop-up to initialize, so go ahead and click on the Continue button. Visual Studio Code is started verifying to install. The software is finished to install. Now what we will do means here there are some packages are listed. So we need ASP.NET and web development to develop the applications for this course. Let's select it. From the right hand side we can see that there is a list of options that are included with this. Now the latest version for the .NET framework is 4.8. Tick on all of these framework, and that's not all we need. In this .NET Core 3.1 LTS is updated, so now we can leave it alone. After we can update it, that I will show you after. Now I am clicking on the Azure box and no need to check the options here. And scroll down and check what need for our course. Here we have .NET Core cross-platform development, check on it and we can see that storage is increased, so I am going to uncheck the Azure one. Now we have .NET Core and ASP.NET web applications, so that's it. I am not installing others. So if you have space you can install Azure. For me it is not required, so I am unchecking it. And once again I confirm that going to install ASP.NET and web development, .NET Core, cross-platform development, and then I am clicking on the install button. It is started to install based on your internet speed. Now the process is finished. It is asking me to reboot the required restart or not now. Here I am not going to restart it, because I want to show you something, so I click on the Not Now button, which is here not installed completely now, so I am going to minimize it for now. I am going to show you that we need to download the .NET Core 3.1 tools. For that you need to enter URL as net.microsoft.com/download, where it's showing here that .NET Core 3.1 tool for runtime specifically, as well as for .NET Framework 4.8. So we actually need to install Visual Studio with .NET Framework 4.8, so we don't need .NET Core 3.1. .NET Core is built for multiple platforms as cross-platforms like Windows downloads, Linux downloads, Mac OS downloads, and also Docker download. So we go with the Windows. I am using Windows to teach you, and if you want what you can perfect it for you. Right now I am downloading the .NET Core runtime and also download .NET Core SDK. I am going to download with x64-bit and we can download it and then install it. We will get a dialog box like this, so click on Install. Then you can see the message like installation successful, then click to close button. Now I am going to the previous page to download the SDK. We completed runtime. Now we have to download SDK by hitting on the download button. SDK is for software development tools that are available on Visual Studio Code to interact with it. On this page, we can observe that this release is only compatible with Visual Studio 2019, version 16.4. Using a different version. So let's download and click to install that. Now everything is successfully installed. You can check it here, runtime and resources, everything is installed, and we can click on the close button. Now we are going to restart the computer. Now we completed the restart. Go ahead. Now you can find out by going to the start menu and typing it as a Visual Studio 2019. But for me already pinned Visual Studio 2019 here as well for the start menu. So by clicking on this purple icon, now we will launch our Visual Studio. Once it is launched, it will currently ask you to sign in or create an account, or you can do it later, but it will valid for 30 days and it will ask you to sign in to continue. So at present, I am going to sign in with my Microsoft account to sign in. Now you can use it to set the Visual Code theme. I prefer to do it with a dark theme, which I like it. And development settings, I am selecting for web development. Once done with all the changes, then click on Start Visual Studio button. So here I told you that if you do not sign in, this software works for 30 days, then you need to sign in to work. This is the screen presented in Visual Studio. So I am going to sign in once again. Now I was signed, that you can check it here, my personalized account with evaluation message. Now then I click on close. Now, this is the launch of Visual Studio 2019. So here I can check out something for control. I can open or exit the projects, open a local folder or create a new project. And now if you like this part, then install it and then continue for the next class. Thank you for watching and sharing with your friends.